BB and Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Okay, so look, apparently, I just want to be clear about this. Two questions I want to put up. I want to put up a question real quick, immediately into our take a poll on something immediately. I want to know what you guys think about that immediately. That's one. Two, I wanted to have this conversation this morning. Before we get into anything, what should we cover next? So, recently I was looking at the trials that are currently going on in America, just in general, preferably on the East Coast as well. So I was looking for trials currently that might be going on. The only one that I saw that is actually in progress right now is Praz, that I saw that was on the East Coast. So I was looking for a trial that was in progress that makes sense, just so we can be clear. It's obviously I'm not looking to go pull up on some trial about something that does not fall inside of the context of conversations that we have over here, or inside of the our normal content, basically hip hop. So I was thinking about the prize situation, and we was thinking about maybe doing that. So I'm not 100% sure as far as that is concerned. Um, uh, I don't know how much sense that makes, but regardless of that, is there any other case that's currently going on in America, preferably East Coast? I'm trying to stay on the East Coast. I'm literally trying to stay on the East Coast. There's some things that's happening in California that we're gonna 100% go check out. PNB Rock situation, anything that goes on with Pop Smoke, we're gonna go check out. But other than that, there's another thing I was thinking about too, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, with that being said, got a couple of questions I want to ask. The first one was this: who do you think would win a rap battle? The reason why I'm saying this is this. Listen, pay attention. So somehow Maino allows for himself to get into a conversation with Wack 100. I don't know how these niggas do this shit. So I'm just speaking from this standpoint, just so we can be clear. Wack 100's platform is basically used to incite beef. That's what his platform does, right? You come on there, you either beefing with somebody else, or if nobody's beefing, sooner or later you beefing with Wack. That's just the way it goes, right? Am I right or am I wrong? So I don't understand why anyone that is also currently dealing with some other shit that's going on, real life shit, will go on Wack 100's platform while you're dealing with real life shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're dealing with some real shit that's really happening right now, where your name is coming up like that. I don't understand how that was. Did he fall for Wack 100's trap? I think he fell for the trap. I don't think Maino playing with them. I don't. I don't know. He might be playing with them. I don't know. This might be where he trying to take what he's doing. Also, I have no idea. Moment he said he gave in and said that he was that thing that happened in front of the place with the dude that said something about whatever he was saying, the content creator. He said that was all part of a thing. So maybe he's game with this shit. I have no idea. But in any regard, I want to know, who do y'all think will win a rap battle, Maino or Troy Ave? Because in all fairness, that new joint that Troy Ave got when he's talking about his haters, the shit kind of it's just kind of good. So I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be that's gonna widen his audience. You understand? Because sometimes you come in there and you have a specific audience, but the reason why you have a specific audience because you haven't had the opportunity to have your voice be heard by more people. You understand? That actually hear you, not hear what people are saying about you. You feel what I'm saying? So when more people see what you do, when you go do it, that widens your audience for whatever that thing is that you're doing. Right? Correct? So I say all that to say, if you are an artist of any kind, your jump offs can always get better and go Because if 3 people like you, 9 people like you. If 9 people like you, fucking 81 people like you. You understand? If 81 people like you, 144 people like you. You understand? It's just the audience that you got to get out to. That's it. And that goes with anything, just so we can be clear. That's why, no disrespect to anything, but that's why I say, look, what you got to realize is sometimes everybody, first of all, every single person has whatever their specialty is and whatever they're great at inside of themselves that has to deal with them and their relationship with God. If you get your relationship tight enough with God, sometimes you're being great and you don't even know it. I'm not even sure if that's a blessing or a curse, to be honest with you. Like it sounds like things would be pretty terrible if you had a blessing on you and didn't know, and then so other people see it, but you don't know. So in any regard, so I would think that this will also be Maino's opportunity to get his voice out there to a bigger and more vast audience. And the reason why I say this is because these are actually 2 people that's playing at the same on the same battlefield. You understand what I'm saying? This isn't a rapper that don't have put no work in the game at all, don't got nothing going on at all, got 0 things going on, has no nothing, and now he's trying to beef with a 50 Cent, or he's trying to beef with a Jay-Z. This is not that. These is 2 artists who have a niche audience, an audience that's for them. It just seems to me like this would be the appropriate time to, go take a shot, do what they're gonna do. For real. So I wonder if Maino is gonna reply back to any of this shit on Wax that Troy Ave said. I seen a song from Maino, right? So I wanted to repost it. Y'all know I haven't been doing any reposts on Instagram. I got to get to it. But so I saw it, and so I wanted to repost it. Also, basketball thing I want to mention in 2 seconds. So I saw it and I wanted to repost it, right? But then I was like, nah, because that would just be too far out of. I have to find something also then to repost to go against that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it wouldn't be fair for me to just be promoting one side. But I got to just start reposting certain shit anyway, just so we can be clear. In any regard. So I saw Maino had dropped a track, and the only reason why I didn't repost it is because I don't remember ever reposting any of the diss tracks that Troy Ave have been making at people. I haven't been reposting those, so that's why I didn't repost Maino's. But if I would have thought that that was a diss directly to Troy Ave for certain, then I would have had been in a situation where it's like I'm just gonna repost both videos. Just gotta repost both of them. But I wasn't certain, so I was like, I don't know. So, put that nigga Chano. Put that nigga Chano. That's bananas. Plan on being at West 4th today. I don't know if I'm gonna actually play. I'm gonna bring my basketball stuff. I might play. I don't know if I'm gonna actually play, but I do plan on going down to West 4th. I might just film. I've been down there a past couple of days, just looking around. I want to see if it was a park I wanted to play at. So I've been down there the past couple of days, sporadically looking around. I told you I'm always trying to find. We got to find some way to go play basketball at, right? So I would prefer for it to be somewhere where we have the, people come to, but we also have specific group of people that are usually there. You understand? I prefer for it to be somewhere like that. There's a reason for that. So I prefer for that, just so we can be clear. So the games have been pretty good. So we're gonna be most likely down there today. Um, and we're gonna actually today should be our first day of actually filming down there. Now, with that being said, I accidentally broke the mic the last time I actually went there because I wasn't sure which day I was gonna film. Just so we can be clear. So we might be filming today. Most likely today is gonna be the first day, and that's why I'm explaining this. Today is probably gonna be the first day we film down there. With that being said, I just want to let everybody know. I expect that there's going to be some real good games. I don't know if I'm going to actually play today at all, but suspect there's going to be some real good games. I don't have anybody to hold the camera, so there is no unless I have that. There's not much I can do. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make sense. So I'm there to bring you the content more than I'm there to try to actually play. Although I would love to play. With that being said, let's get back to what we're talking about. So I want to be clear about something. All right, so first of all, R.I.P. Banger. I want to be clear about something. So my son said something, and he didn't say something. I'm not getting on him for saying this. I'm saying he said something that a lot of people say, and I'm not saying it's true, and I'm saying that this is just something that I've been hearing, right? And what my son said is that and what my son said is that Troy Ave. All right, so I'm not saying that these are my sentiments. I'm not saying that this is my own thoughts. I'm not saying this. I just want to be clear on this. Um, I would love to have a conversation, a real conversation, with a group of people that have that varies their opinions on these topics. Vary. It don't have to be anything specific. I would love to have a conversation with a group of people to discuss this specifically because I think that I've heard good points on both sides of this conversation. So in my opinion, I've heard good, good points on both sides of this conversation. So I say that to say this. So my son, along with others, also, I'm not saying that he exclusively said this himself, said that his belief is that the actions of Troy Ave is what created Banger's situation. I want to say something. This is why people don't want to debate me. And this is why people want to argue. And people want to say I get emotional or whatever. Like whenever I say something that I go get emotional. But I'm not being emotional. I'm saying a factual thing that you don't like. Shout out to Artery D Glass Salute. Listen, pay attention. People can't tell you how to react to disrespect. I'm going to say that again. People can't tell you how to react to disrespect. What up, Five? What up, T. Andre Willis Sr.? Salute. Okay? So I say that to say this, just so we can be clear. I don't know how Troy Ave and his people should have felt when they saw Taxo. I'm not inside of whatever they beef and they argument is. I don't know enough to have that conversation with you. I know that there is people that have been, and this is just from what you can see, whatever. Anyway, so I know how it feels to never. People have to be cognizant of the fact of, if you have a wound that you keep picking, will it heal? So if you do something that is of your creation, and then because of something that you're doing actively, just so we can be clear, somebody else has a reaction. I don't know. I don't know if you could blame the person that has the reaction. You understand? I don't know how fair that is. So I don't know if I could say Troy Ave walked anybody into anything. I'm just saying I would love to hear. And then I think there's good argument on the other side of that conversation. To be honest with you, Troy Ave actively said that he saw that he had a weapon. So there's a good argument on both sides. I don't have an opinion one way or the other. And I would love to have some people come up and talk with me about it. Because apparently, so when our intelligence or whatever we're doing, thinking through, is rooted in how we logically look at the world, then that means that we're taking our past experiences and we're using our past experiences as a barometer to decide what's going to happen next when we're speaking about the things that we expect to happen. Correct? So when I tell you that something is going to happen, and then the thing that I tell you actually happens, how do you feel about that? Does that make me feel like, pardon me, does that make you feel like I'm doing something wrong? The reason why I say this is, listen and pay attention. There's a million ways that what happened could not have happened. Don't get this confused. There's a million ways, but it happened. And so many different things had to have happened to make this happen. It had to have gone a certain way in order for this thing to have happened. So there isn't any just if this one person didn't do this, and if just that one person didn't do that. There is none of that. Does that make sense? Or is what I'm saying don't make no sense? Does that make sense? So, with all due respect, when I hear my son say, or quite a few other people say, he walked dude into the situation, the first thing I think is, just so we can be fair, that's absolving all of the reason why the situation exists. The situation doesn't exist because of the events that happened that night. The situation existed previously. The situation had been existing. What up, Jones? Overlord. So I say all that to say this. The rules can't only apply to our friends. So the rules, they can't only apply to our friends. Because then where's our integrity? How can you say that you have integrity when the rules only apply to your friends? They only apply to the people you like. You want to know what everyone seems to not get when they talk about how they're doing God's work and they're for the people and God this and God's that and God is great, all of this stuff. You know what they seem to forget? I'm going to tell you what they forget. God holds the righteous and the unrighteous to the same standard. So I'm not coming for nobody, and this is not disrespect. I'm just saying the rules are not only supposed to apply to the people that you like. You treat the people that you like favorably because we're just going to naturally do that. We're going to naturally be more amenable to people that we appreciate their presence. It's just natural. But that doesn't mean that they go by different rules. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to King 5 with the $5 drop. He says, good game. That's what, hey, good game. That's what that's all of the things. Appreciate you, my brother. You're doing all of the things right now. I be forgetting that donations exist. I be trying to remind myself, so I say it. If you all appreciated any aspect of the show, you could always show up to the Cash App, the Super Chat. He just dropped the stickers over his onto the PayPal. Definitely appreciate you guys. And you could also join the Green Team. With that being said. Now look, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm really not. But I don't believe that we can speak downwardly on the integrity of another individual when we're busy saying that our friends should be treated better than others, even if the others are working as hard as our friends. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. That's up for you to decide. Let's look at our poll real quick. Yo, everybody vote. I want to know what you guys think. Really do. 37 people voted. It says, who do you think will win a rap battle? 73% said Troy Ave. 27% said Maino. It was like, man, I don't know if Maino's gonna win this one, mans. I don't know if Maino is gonna win this one. I am curious though. Like, is the Maino Wack 100 thing, like, is that like part of the show or is that real? Because this is the reason why I'm saying this, just so we can be clear. Remember, they were beefing previously because Wack 100 always has stuff to say about people in Harlem that Maino F's with, right? So, Jim Jones. So, I think they've been on that if I see you time for the longest. See, but Wack 100, he don't come to New York and be around in the spots. That nigga can be wherever he be at. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is a situation where they're going to run into. But also, when you say shit like that, and then when something happened and y'all got to go to court, you can't win. So, I don't know if this is just all part of the game. You feel what I'm saying? You can't win. Can't win, fam. I promise you. You people out here that be posting shit about other people on the internet, whether you think it's the right thing to do or not, when you go to court, you can't win. I promise you. You can't. I promise you. The best thing I'm going to say is this. In my opinion, I don't think people even understand what the First Amendment is. So I think most people should do themselves a favor and either update themselves on actually what the First Amendment is so you can have an understanding of what that is. That's one. Two, also look into the Third Amendment and seizures, search and seizures. That's the Fourth or Fifth Amendment. That's the Fourth Amendment, right? Wait, where we go? Yeah, unreasonable search and seizures. So if I was y'all, I would be paying attention because I don't think people know what it is. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be funny. I think people legitimately don't even know what their rights is. So go look up the Fourth Amendment. Believe me, it's gonna make it's because I think be more versed on it. The First Amendment, just be more versed on it. I'm telling you, because people don't even know what the First Amendment is. Look, we going to the First Amendment. Congress can make no law respecting an establishment or religion or prohibiting its free exercise. You know, this is what the First Amendment is talking about. It protects freedom, pardon me, freedom of speech, the press, assembly, and the rights to petition the government for a readdress of grievances. Y'all think freedom of speech means that you can say whatever you want about a person and they don't have any legal reproach that they could bring upon you? No, I'm trying to tell you that freedom of press is one of the most important aspects of this. Who helped draw up the Constitution? Writers, right? That's what I should put. Yeah, I forgot about James Madison. I forgot about a lot of these guys, but I actually know who James Madison is. Don't forget, black people was indigenous. Why did I just look at and I'm thinking of the Bill of Rights? Yo, this is crazy. Anyway, I was looking for something else. Obviously, I couldn't find what I was looking for, and then I got caught up in whatever this is. I'm gonna take this off the screen right now. But just go look up. Promise me when I tell you this. Make sure that y'all know what the First Amendment is, the Second Amendment is, the Fourth Amendment is. This is important. Look, first, I don't want to get too much into this, but they about to change all our monies. You know this, and I've been telling y'all about this for the longest. So they're about to change all our monies and everything. I do understand this, right? The things that's happening currently in America. So look, just pay attention. They're about to switch us to some kind of digital currency, right? Listen, pay attention. The rest of the world is deciding that they're going to be using still paper money and shit like that, but they're going to be using paper money. There's digital currency everywhere, but like paper money, because now China is the most traded the Chinese yuan, I think it's pronounced Youn, something like that. Anyway, now that is the most traded monies in the Soviet in Russia now, right? So boom. So you trying to tell me all of these other places are now deciding that they used to be their main dollar that they used to trade in their country used to be the American dollar. Now it's not. Y'all don't think that's a big deal? Y'all don't think it's a big deal that thing happened to the dude that was the creator of that was the creator of, I don't know if I should say the fuck it, you saying it. The creator of Cash App. As soon as that dude bit the dust, then all of a sudden we hear about Fed now. You don't think he owned patents? You don't think he owned patents? But now he's dead. Just saying. What up, young LA, young lot, Mike squared, M squared. I'm just saying. I am just saying. As soon as the Democrats as soon as the Democrats got in the office, our foreign relations have been doing shitty. Y'all hated Trump. Y'all hated Trump. Y'all talk all that shit about Trump. What was I telling y'all happening? Hold on, stop everything. What did I tell y'all? Right after Trump lost, I said our foreign relations ain't gonna be shit. And then you have people coming trying to tell me, yeah, but all the countries, they hated Trump this, they hated Trump that. No, man, they will go to these countries. Every country got people that don't like the American president. Hell, we here, we don't like that nigga. So they just go to other countries and go where they talking negative about, and then they act like that's the whole country, and it don't be. Yo, did you hear what the president of Mexico just said? Okay, so for everybody that don't know, there was some kind of new deal that was been signed, the North American deal. It's a new, okay, so stop. So previously we had a deal that was with Mexico, right? It's a deal with Mexico, Canada, or whatever the case is. And and in that deal, what it did was it made it so that a lot of Americans believe that we was on the shit end of a deal dealing with Mexico, right? That's what I'm gonna say because it's kind of racist. So when Trump got into office, Trump made a big deal about this, and he said he gonna fix it. Boom. So fast forward to now. Recently, a couple of months ago, Canada and America signed some bill, and Mexico signed some bill. But we don't know about that shit because our news been talking about everything else. So they signed some kind of bill, some North American thing. And now look at what's happening. Over here in North America, Mexico, Canada, America is gonna be one niggas, and then the other niggas is gonna be the people on the other side of those oceans. I'm trying to tell you, I better stop acting like what's going on ain't going on, fam. Better stop acting like what's going on ain't going on. Y'all sided with them Democrats. Because Trump is racist. When Trump, all of the good that Trump did for black people, as soon as they got in the office, they reversed that shit. Trump is racist. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not even trying to laugh at this shit. Trump is racist, though. There's a difference between people not understanding your culture. So they react, and their reaction to seeing a part of the culture is what the hell. Sometimes there's a difference between that and a person being racist. A person just actively participating in holding you down. In contrast with a person that just might not understand your culture or who you are. There's a difference. I think we gave too many people trophies that didn't deserve them. We live in a culture that everybody gets a trophy. Them participation trophies. I hate them shits. If you're not 1, 2, or 3, you should not get a trophy. That's the way I feel. Because what are you striving for? We live in a culture where, right now in America, this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, but we live in a culture right now in America, excuse me, where you're vilified for being the stronger person. You're vilified for being a person that have talent, skill. The only way you're not vilified is if you make it to a status where But when you're just in the regular population, you're vilified. Because what they do now is a lot of people that now envy you, a lot of people that want to be you, they mad that they not you. A lot of people that are cursing God because God didn't give whatever they gave to you to them. Now they band together. Then they trick people that actually do mean good to go do evil right alongside with them. So we live in a society where y'all gave away so many trophies for participation that there's large groups of people that just hate people. They don't know how much time and effort an individual put into acquiring a skill or a talent. They just assume because they didn't see the time and the effort that the person just is lucky. They're fortunate. God gave them something that they didn't give me. Feel me? So that's the culture we live in. Shout out to the Democrats. Tiandre Willis Sr. says, people's brains are softened by media. Y'all don't know we're at war because you're not in tune with the Most High. What I'm going to say is, I've been telling y'all, hold on, Tiandre Willis Sr., for how many years have I been saying we've already in the war? How many years have I been saying that? I've been saying that for quite some time, right? Somebody said if Ab's guys ran on him and only him and Benga said it, how was tax jumped? Anybody want to tell him what's wrong with his sentence already? Because he sat somewhere with some people and came up with this. I'm not putting his shit up on the screen. That's just what in the hell, fam? If I'm gonna read it one more time. Tell me if anybody want to tell him how that don't make no sense, how that doesn't make any sense. Let him know. If Ab's guys ran on him, nobody said Ab's guys all ran on him, by the way. If Ab's guys ran on him and only him and Benga said it, how was tax jumped? Anybody want to tell him? Or because I'm not going to tell him. I'm going to let him walk around. Hopefully he thinks that for real. He's wasting my time with that shit. Hopefully he thinks it for real. And he goes around and he tells as many people that logic is possible and stands by it. So I'm not going to help him. I'm not going to help him. But if anybody wants to help him, y'all can help him. But I'm not going to help him. I'm also not going to comment anymore back to it other than the laugh that I just got. If y'all want to help him, help him. I'm not helping him. Know what? Go tell everybody that. That thing that you just told me, tell everybody that. And then also tell them all the things that I've said after. Just so we can be clear. So they can know my position. Oh man, I hope he thinks that for real though. That's just too much. I'm not putting that up there. In any regard. Yeah, so shout out to the Democrats. Y'all gonna vote for them again? I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing. This is the most hilarious thing. Let's say every single thing Yeah, I think I'm gonna call somebody up. People kept telling me a lot of alternate dates for when taxes. I'm showing up on the 19th anyway. They got to tell me it's a different date, so it don't matter. Oh shoot! Shout out to DeAndre. Yeah, I'm showing up on the 19th anyway. It don't matter. So yeah, so I don't care what which I say it got changed to. I'm gonna find out. Yeah, so I'm gonna go down there anyway, so it don't matter. Shout out to Tiandre Willis Sr. with the $5 drop. He says Chano and Maison was holding grudges. I think they either gotta just be all in with whatever the hell they're doing, or just don't do it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is just my opinion. Obviously, they grown men. They should do whatever they feel like they need to do. I'm not telling them what to do. But what I am saying is that it just looks like you're just like now not Maino for the most part, because Troy Ave went at him enough that Maino should respond. It would make sense for him to respond. But with the whole Maison situation, him and Maison been beefing forever. So whenever anything happened, any which one of them, the beef comes right back up. Just so we could be clear. So you should expect for Maison to have something to say regarding anything Troy Ave, because yeah, Maison, Troy Ave, that's a no go. So it's kind of expected at all times. My son's just gonna say something crazy at all times. Troy Ave is just gonna say something crazy at all times. They don't like each other, and I don't care what anybody say. Shay, no, and I don't care what anybody say. People possibly could have helped Taxstone by testifying. Period. Tell me how you feel about it. We are planning on going to once again. Let me tell you what fucking just happened on YouTube. So YouTube took down one of my posts. Hold on, real quick. Just 1 second. I know I'm all over the place. Sometimes I like that. I don't need a co-host. I would like to have a co-host. So hold on. Chill, check this out. Pay attention. So YouTube, for whatever the hell the reason is, I mean not YouTube, Instagram, for whatever the hell the reason is, they took down one of my posts, right? Off of my story, because it went like this, and they said I was trying to sell drugs. I didn't know that you couldn't put date and shit like that in place in your damn stories no more. This is how niggas been selling drugs. Bam! If you're doing it like this, they're monitoring you. Don't do that. I plan on going to West 4th today, and we're gonna get some. I'm gonna basketball. But I don't plan on playing. I might wear my basketball gear though, because I don't know. Maybe somebody show up and they got it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But I don't plan on. I don't think I'm gonna get an opportunity to play. That was crazy. They took my shit down. They said drugs. Like, what the hell is you talking about, fam? Also, hold on. Let me put this up right now. Start a Q&A. What case do you think we should cover next? Q&A. I want to know what case you think we should cover next. What Troy Ave case? Troy Ave don't got no case. He got a sentencing. I'm gonna be there. The hell you talking about? Of course I'm gonna be there. So King Tony, why was that important to tell me about? You just wanted me to discuss that? I don't know that none of that what you just said to be true. I just know that you're saying it right here. I know that you're saying it here. I don't know any of it to be true though. What Troy Ave case? You're just saying Troy Ave case. Troy Ave has no case as far as I know. All he got is a sentencing. So what case are you talking about? A sentencing is not a whole case, man. I go to Troy Ave's sentencing. I'm gonna go to Fetty Wap sentencing. I'm going to those sentencings. I'm going to Taxstone sentencing. So I don't know what you talking about. The fuck is he talking about? Somebody can tell me with all due respect. No, fuck it. I was waiting for somebody to explain to me what he was talking about. Ain't gonna happen. Oh man. Anyway, so just be careful out there. Like they really, yeah, I just voted the Democrats in the office, man. I don't know what to tell you. They're gonna tell you how to vote for the Democrats next time. You're gonna do it again. Also, somebody said something about the T-Man. I don't want to say his name because it might mess me up with the algorithm. But you know, the T-Man, that guy. Apparently, just so we can be clear, they're just trying to make it so he can't run for president. But I don't think that matters. I think he's still gonna be able to run. I think they trying to do something as quickly as possible to prevent him from being able to run for president. That's why they're doing all of this. But I just want to say something real quick. The main thing that he's in trouble for is hiding the fact that he had a relationship with a hooker and he was funneling money, maybe illegally, in order to pay her off and shit like that. And you trying to tell me that you niggas, you Democrats, are so high on your horse. I'm not talking about the insurrection, just so we can be clear. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm talking about this. Y'all so high on y'all horse. I don't believe in it. But what in the hell, fam? How many men you know haven't paid for something that a woman? How many? How many? Told you. They try to come in here and try to confuse me, and when that don't work, they insult me, so I kick them. So don't tell me about not kicking people. Whatever it was, I'm not getting into a dispute with what it was and what it wasn't. You understand? I'm just saying it's a thing that happened. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking specifically about you're trying to tell me that, remember, he's in trouble right now. Look, remember, one of the main reasons why he's in trouble right now is because he literally just won that trial. Oh, man. Okay, so I know people don't really know how the legal system works. So one of the main reasons why he's in trouble right now is because he won the civil case against Homegirl, where she has to now pay him like $120 something thousand or some shit. I don't know. She got to pay him a whole bunch of bread, right? So towards his legal fees or some shit. Could be 120 something million. I forget how much she got paying, but she got paying money she don't got. In any regard, so when Trump won that case, I wasn't really following that case, but I think what happened was that put some shit in the evidence that is now allowing for the case that they wanted to run against him here in New York even easier for them to try to think that they could win. Because remember, he was paying her off. So he probably crimes came up in that trial that now they believe they can use against them. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So the point in which I'm trying to make is that's wild. Because how many times have we heard about politicians being caught with prostitutes? How many times have we heard about politicians skimming money off of the top? I don't think that a politician can look at another politician and try to really realistically hold them accountable for this. I think that this is something that the government just has to be on you for because they on you for. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. If you have a different of one, fine. I'm cool with that. Apparently, people be like, I'm gonna tell you, people, they're weird, Joe. They weird, fam. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you'll be okay with somebody's opinion about a thing. And you be like, man, I don't even care about this. And then they'll get mad at you like you getting emotional. Yo, why you getting emotional? Fam, I don't care about this. I'm not getting emotional. I'm getting frustrated with you because I don't care about this. And I'm fine with you talking about the shit, but don't tell me what I think about it because I don't really care about this. This is not something I care about. This is something that you care about, and I'm letting you have the conversation with me, and I'm listening. But I really don't care about this. But man, you getting emotional. Then you just try to walk away, then they follow you and still say the same thing. Just be like, come on, man. That happened to me just recently, by the way. Just following me around. Like, and I'm like, fam, like, I'm not trying to argue with you. Nobody's emotional. I don't want to have this conversation when you start accusing me of being something I'm not. I'm not gonna say that so much. Tiandre Willis Sr. Accusing a man of being emotional is a symptom of being raised by an unlawful woman. Well, accusing anybody of being anything that they're not is a form of manipulation. Right? So let's say you love somebody, right? And you see somebody's potential. So you're calling a person dependent on the potential that you see in them, trying to get them to that thing, right? Because you love them. That's manipulation. You're just manipulating a person into doing something that's beneficial for them because you love them. Just like when somebody sees you and they call you something that you're not. That's also manipulation. That's manipulation in a negative connotation. You understand? These are just my opinions. They're probably trying to convince you that you're something that you're not. So they feel like they need to keep it in your face all day, every day to try to turn you into something that you're not. So you have to, and this is a fucked up thing to say, but this is the truth. You have to become violent towards that thing. Like, even if you're not, physically being violent towards that, it has to, when you see it, anger you. So no, like sometimes the only way to fight manipulation is to use your emotions, because people are trying to manipulate you. And sometimes, because you know, it's one thing to have to deal with something now and then, and it's a whole nother thing when you have to deal with something every single day or at all times. That's just two different things. You know, they're not symmetrical, they're not similar. Yeah, there's a thin line between manipulation and influence. Yeah, because that's basically, yeah. No, I agree with you. No, you ain't saying that wrong. You hitting all the notes. I just don't want to put that on women. But I will say that's the only reason why I had the comment that I said. I don't want to put that on women. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know that's why I responded. Excuse me. The way I did. I didn't want to put that on women. I thought that overall you was bringing up a great point, by the way. That some people are raised in households in which where their emotions weren't taken into respect. The way that they felt wasn't respected. So how could they respect the way that you feel? So whenever, so I agree with you. There's people that's been raised in households like that. I'd be lying if I say I haven't seen situations like this with my own two eyes, where your emotions is just never taken into consideration, like who you are as an individual. They don't care. Like you're always last. You understand? So they don't even see you growing into greatness. So that's also a blessing. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, when other people always put you last, they not watching you. They don't know what you're doing. You working on greatness and don't even know it. Because you don't got no choice. You don't have no actual guidance. Sometimes, and I think that the best thing that can happen to a person is that they are not raised by their parents. I think that there's so many people who are just shouldn't have children, raise children. I'll say raise. I think there's a lot of people who just should not raise children, in my opinion. So sometimes it's a blessing that your parent wasn't around. And I think that, like, not for nothing, I was in that situation, but people don't understand that. For the most part, I see that as a blessing. Like, I'm so happy I did not turn into the type of people that my family is. That's like, to me, that's one of the biggest things that I look at myself that I'm proud about as an accomplishment of who I am as a person. So I'm going to tell you about something that happened. So I'm walking on the train recently. So I had some maniac run up to me, and he was just yelling some maniac shit. But one of the things he said is something about his family leaving him or some shit. And so I think he was trying to mock me. Like, this is weird. Y'all see me, I didn't do a live for a couple of days. So the individual was trying to mock me, or whatever the case is, right? But I don't think that it's a negative thing that that I was like left as a child. I don't look at that as something bad. I acquired the ability to be able to sit down for hours and hours and hours and do one simple task and just get better at it and not get bored. I don't know many people that have that skill. So no, that's not a thing that I look at negatively. Just so we can be clear. People got to stop wanting to be places that you not respected at. Once you don't, once somebody, I think a place I'm not respected at a place, I don't really care to go back no more. Like I don't, like it's not gonna hurt me. I'm not trying to necessarily be anywhere or not be anywhere. Anyway, anything else y'all want to discuss? Anything else y'all want to discuss? I am going to be. I told you where I'm going to be at. Anything else y'all like to talk about? Put it in the chat. See if anybody answered any of the questions. I gotta like hit a button to see the answers to the questions or whatever. Nope, nobody wanted to respond to that. Let's look at the other thing real quick. In this. All right, so who do you think will win a rap battle? 56 people voted. 62% said Troy Ave. 37% said Maino. I can't tell you the last time I actually heard a Maino song. I get it. I get it. Not necessarily for me, but I get it. So I'm going to tell you the wild thing. So some of the best movies that have been made that y'all like about gangsters and killers and murderers and all of this, it be movies that basically is centralized around this is our last job. We trying to get out of this business, right? I'm going to say that again. So a lot of media that's been created, whether it's books, movies, even songs of yesteryear, was created on the premise concept that this is our last job. And after this, we're going to be legitimate. Right? It's always some people that's on the other side of the law trying to do one last job so they could now stop committing crimes. Correct? Not all, but many. That's an actual genre of entertainment. So I say all that to say this. I don't know if the reverse works as well. I don't know if the reverse works as well. When you're a person that you don't have to commit any crimes at all, but your content is speaking on crimes. I don't know if the reverse works as well. I think that those guys just got in the bad side of a conversation. I don't understand why they're not, because they don't get along with 50, right? Sheesh. You got to get along with 50. He the man. You got to get along with 50. Like you legitimately got to get along with 50. That's crazy. What time we got? Only an hour in. I'm gonna let y'all go. Did I kick this guy? I think I kicked him already, right? Yeah, I kicked him. We should be live. I need a phone case though. I'm gonna be scared holding my phone. I don't got no case on my phone right now. I need a new phone case. But we gonna be out there filming to death. So another reason why I don't want to let nobody hold my actual fucking phone. Not for nothing. My case is old. It just broke. All right, so we can be out there watching basketball today. I might go soon so I can get out there during the early activities. With that being said, I appreciate you guys. Come back, pull back up today. We're gonna be live outside. I'm about to head out there right now. I think I'm just gonna change some shit, put on something different. Oh, just wear what I got on it though. Really fucking matter. But we're about to walk out there. Oh man, I might. Should I put on basketball clothes? I don't know. I might put on basketball clothes. We don't know. We're gonna see what happens. But we're about to go out there right now. I'm just gonna get myself together, and I plan on having some basketball content for y'all today. Probably other types of content also. We don't know, but I plan on it. I finally got a fucking charger, so we have a battery, so we're gonna be able to actually be outside and do stuff today. And it's getting warm, so I plan on going a lot of different places in New York, God willing. With that being said, I love y'all. Go do something positive today. We don't got a case going on right now. We're gonna find a case, and when we get into the case, we're gonna do our thing. But we're gonna find the case. We're looking for one right now. Um, I was thinking about pulling up on the prize one, but that might almost be over. So maybe we could pull up on the last couple of days. I don't know. So I'll look into that, and then hopefully I'll be able to get back to y'all by Monday on that particular subject matter because that involves more than just me. With that being said, I love y'all. Please, everybody, go out there, do something positive. Um, the world needs more good people, right? And before you can even think about getting into the gates of them, you have to at least be a good people by God's measure. So let's go out there and at least try to get through that run. Let's get that run, right? Let's get that run and go up. All right. And what I meant by gotta get along with 50 is that 50 got a lot of shit going on. So if you get along with 50, you could get on one of his shows, one of his programs. And you know what I'm saying? So um you could be a rapper that don't have to necessarily keep trying to put out mixtapes and whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to get along with 50. 50 is the dude making the content. He's the content creator. He figured out how to have resources, and he got his resources. He got them bitches working. 50 is the closest thing to what I want to become. That's the only person that I could think about that is in entertainment world that is even in the realm of doing anything in the realm of what some of my ideas or some of the things in which I would do if I had the resources. He's the only one even in that realm. And believe me, what I'm thinking about far surpasses what he's doing currently. Because I'm not going to need to go buy stories. With that being said, although I would love to, my youth was very interesting when I moved to Concourse Village specifically. So I would love to talk to and get a nice committee from that area together and do a CVP series. That would be interesting. talk to the people there, get involved with the community just in general. Hopefully, we could then rebuild it back to the way that it used to look for filming purposes. There was a lot of everybody's childhood has a lot of beautiful stories of it, I'm assuming. But there was a lot of beautiful stories that are not even mine. So that's the point I'm trying to make. It'll be interesting. Yeah, we got to get up out of here. Because I got to get downtown, and I'm not even sure how I'm gonna be there, and it takes me forever. So everybody, please have a beautiful day. Do the things that you love. All right. When you're doing the things that you love, you're moving in good things. By the way, I'm not talking about yo. I love to create mayhems out here. So then you out here creating mayhem. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about good things. So find something good in the world that you love to do. Then do that thing. And then now, God's energy. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification again. Hashtag Bronx Bonus. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got in this one.